All right, and good morning. Olga here, moving north. Thank you for those few that are following me. I'm honored, and I don't know. Anyway, please give your thumbs up, no matter how bad it is. Okay, part 2 of the tips for solo travelers. Just looking out of the road, we had a bit of a rainfall, a bit of a storm last night over Tennant Creek, and I'm now on my last leg to Katherine. So I make it short and sweet, so to speak. Number 1, I think it doesn't matter what car you have, and as long as it is in good conditions, meaning there is no leakage, the oil is maintained, cooling system, and check the tubes whether they are morose, whether they are getting old, they could be replaced. If all of this is in really strong and endurable condition, you can do the trip. There's this notion of, and it's true, hundreds of kilometers of nothingness, yet there are a couple of websites that I might post in the comment, 2 links that are really good, that show you where the petrol stations are, so you can plan ahead. It also shows you sort of other directions and places to see, good, interesting things to go to. Now, the only thing you can't do is going off-road, unless you want to break your neck, because even some roads that appear at the beginning innocent and cute and oh yeah, let's go, and they are tarred, they end up as a dirt road, and you have to have 4-wheel drives. There are even little tourist attractions that don't seem far off, for example, Cooper PD, so you have to have good suspension, and you can do it, but remember, 2 kilometers on a strip like that, it's more like 20 kilometers time-wise on a normal road, and you have to really focus, because you've got to ditch the potholes, and maybe there's mud or too much loose sand, so be aware of that, but I can't recommend it. In particular, in my case, I have to be at a certain point at a certain time, so unfortunately I couldn't venture into any of the remote areas. Anyway, any car could do it. Mr. G here is a faithful traveler and working really hard. The degrees go up to, at the moment, 42, well, not today, but yesterday, 42 degrees. I'm sure it gets even hotter. Now, this brings me to the next point, traveling at daylight. Now, everybody has recommended not to go at dusk and dawn because the animals are out, and it's a challenge, especially if you have a normal car, normal sedan or passenger car, and you are not built for incidents like that with a bar at front and a bar at the back. So I can vouch for the convenience traveling at daytime. However, the downside of it is you are traveling at higher temperatures. You're going through the day with the sun burning down mercilessly, and the engine has to do a lot of work. Having said that, I haven't actually seen a lot of roadkill in the Northern Territory nor in South Australia. I have seen far more roadkill in Victoria, especially kangaroos. The only thing that I have come across here, a dead cow, must have not ended well for the driver either. And just this morning again, wild cattle on the road, well, near the road, but you don't know whether they are crossing over or not. So it is good if you travel at daylight, so you can at least see what's coming and expect it. But I do think one can travel a little earlier than I have done. I started the day at 8 and I was always the last out of the motel. Everybody was gone. And I thought, oh, I was early. But no, I'm not kidding. People are up on their feet. They have all their four-wheel drives and the caravans, and I'm my tiny car in between, and I'm the last to leave. Not a problem, because my sections are a lot smaller, of course, 600 or 700 Ks, and I'm just going on Stuart Highway, not going off-road, as mentioned before. So daylight travel, yes, but you can go at dusk, I'm not sure dawn. The other advantage, however, during daylight, my radiator was all clean. Even up to now, not many insects, because I do suspect they are active the very break of light, and of course when the sun is going down. So there are advantages, but the heat is the biggest downturn. That also means you don't go for breaks that often, because when it is 42 or 45 degrees, there's not much you can do outside. And I've noticed that the resting areas do not provide a lot of shade, but there are resting areas, seating areas, and so a lot of times you're the only one, and you just park your car sort of in between the benches so that the car also gets a bit of rest. Quite important. What other tips? Yes, two sites that give you a good overview where the next petrol stops are, but I'd say every 150 Ks at least there is a fuel stop, so nothing to worry about. What else? Coffee wise, still got one. They're all crap, to put it bluntly. At one point they taste a bit like real hot water and instant coffee. Tastes a bit like. I don't know what it is with the Outback, but everything, the food, the coffee there is, seems to be super hot. Really too hot. It's not because it's 42 degrees. They make it really hot. I don't know. That was something interesting to notice. So yeah. However, you can't avoid it. And in another video, the problem is I made the mistake. I went to McDonald's instead of a local cafe in a beautiful botanical garden. That was, yeah, I'm spewing on that. Something I don't know, happened. Okay, that's section 2. Tips for the solo travelers. Always check your engine, and have a bit of water with you. I bought a 10-litre pack from Aldi in South Australia. It was only $3, because if you do have a breakdown, you never know, it may happen. At least you've got water with you. People recommend 20 litres, but I didn't have space. 10 litres. So far so good. We are traveling fine. Over and out, moving north. Thank you.